Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 84. Yesterday we spent some time in Brick, talked about wall ball huggers, said we didn't want to be a ball hugger, right? Nobody does. Anyway, and we talked about some common faults of why those things happen. The number one fault that we talked about was that when the ball came off the wall and we came down, we allowed ourselves to catch it above the equator of the ball would settle into our hands, right? Into our forearms, and that would make our torso collapse forward after a while because of the weight. And that was a simple fix. Bring your ball, your hands below the ball, right? Below the equator of the ball. Keep the elbows under and hold it like you're holding a goblet, actually. And that brings us into our second torso fix. Because ultimately what happens, we have a breakdown of the torso in the wall ball, and that's where everything kind of goes to shit, right? So here's what happens. We brought together a goblet squat. Goblet squat is made by, I believe, Dan John. I believe he was the first one. Dan John. I always confuse his two first names. You always get that messed up, but great guy, strength and conditioning guy, awesome dude. Anyway, he's the one that kind of formed the goblet squat. Key points on this goblet squat. What you use is a kettlebell, first of all. Whoa, kettlebell, okay? So we're going to use a 55-pound one here, but when you use the kettlebell itself is tucked tight into your chest. You're going to bring your shoulders back and down. And in this case, I'm going to bring my elbows down and my palms up, and I'm going to squeeze my back to support the kettlebell using the horns only, okay? And then after that, everything else is the same. I take my stance squat, or my squat stance, I take my squat stance, I get my weight going back with my 2-inch squat, all right? My torso angle is established, and I come all the way down to the bottom of the squat. And then again, I would drive up. If I had a wall ball, that's what I'd be doing. So you can see how well it mimics the other type of wall ball squat that we just did. From the frontal view, it's the same exact thing, okay? Go ahead, get the kettlebell nice and tight to our chest. Hands come up, squat stance, posterior weight shift, 2-inch squat, butt back and down, and come on back up. But what I really like about this, again, guys, is just the ability, or I should say, what it causes us to do, and that's really tighten our low back, or our mid to upper back here, and make the low back nice and rigid, and it allows us to get down into that squat position without us falling forward. And you'll notice that if we do it like this, we won't go down like such, because our elbows will stay up and under. We'll stay down in that good position. Our diaphragm will be able to drop down. We'll still be able to breathe during those high rep wall ball activities. So guys, our prescription for today, collect 50 wall balls. Yeah, 50 wall balls. 50 goblet squats, 5 sets of 10. See if you guys can do it, 35 or 55-pound kettlebell. Elbows back and down, really squeezing that back together. Holding the kettlebell up, no hands if you can. If you have to, use it until tomorrow. We'll see you guys later. We're optimizing function to optimize performance.